What do you think would happen if Adam takes a day off, takes a couple days off, comes back, and Bill Belichick is the head coach of UNC football?
See, that would happen too, because sometimes when Adam takes a day off, big things happen.
I feel like he would walk in and go, "That's not true. You guys are messing with me."
Right.
Like if he, and I'm sure he hasn't, but if he truly like unplugged, and was like camping or something like that, and just said, "Yeah, I'll catch up on sports when I come back," and then he comes back and it's Bill Belichick, head coach UNC football.
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
It's actually not like 100% unlikely.
No,
it's not impossible, which is absurd to even discuss, because I was on air live when the report broke that he had interviewed. And I remember thinking, all right, what's the angle? What's the rub, right? Is he friends with someone at UNC, and he knows that him interviewing for this job will make it a more prestigious job and make other guys go, oh, well, you know what? If Bill Belichick's interested, maybe I should be. And I was like, well, who's his agent? Right? Is there someone else out there who has the same agent, and somehow this drives up the price? Like, how does all of this work? As he keeps continuing to interview, and he's now done multiple interviews, and reportedly there's been more conversations, and they've discussed structures, and they've discussed succession plans, it's not a stunt. It's not a stunt. This is no longer something where Bill Belichick is being used or willingly being the decoy for something else. Sources told ESPN that talks between UNC and Bill Belichick have continued, with some type of resolution either way expected this week. Belichick is expected to make multiple public appearances this week, which could add some clarity to his level of interest. It's not a stunt. That's crazy. This is genuine interest. Now, John Summerall of Tulane signed an extension with Tulane. Doesn't appear like he's going anywhere. The transfer portal opens today, so UNC probably hears a ticking clock in the corner for getting their coach hired. But I want to be clear on something. Hiring Bill Belichick is something you wait a day or two for, even if you feel like you're behind the eight ball. You take a day to make sure Bill Belichick says no before settling for a third or fourth choice. I've talked myself into this completely. And I also want to acknowledge, and there's many of you out there, I've heard from some of you, that think this will be a colossal failure, that think the game has passed him by, that think he's not ready for college, that think that he's going to bring in the same cronies that maybe didn't work at other spots along his career. And to that I say, yeah, maybe. Maybe. If UNC hires Bill Belichick as their head football coach, it might be the biggest catastrophe of a hire we've seen. I'm not going to deny the possibility, but I'm also going to emphasize this. Most coaching hires are colossal failures. How many Kirby Smarts and Dabo Sweeneys are walking around where they win conference championships and national championships, and they're going to be around until they don't want to be around anymore? There's like a couple of them at any point in time across the country. Everybody else is either an ascending star or a descending star, and that pivot happens every single year. Not many guys get hired, build a legacy, stick around, and eventually have a statue made. Most of them, at certain points, you're discussing how much it would cost to fire them. That's what most coaches do. So Belichick would be no different. But the difference in Belichick is how high the program can go, how it can change the trajectory positively. Every single coach you hire can fail. I'm not sure there's a bunch of coaches out there that can bring as much buzz as Bill Belichick could bring to UNC.
Not at all.
Like, you had to notice that. This weekend, I had people reaching out to me about Belichick, just like, is it real? Could it happen? Is this going to happen? I'm going, UNC has to notice how much pure fame and buzz they've built just by talking to the dude.
Big time.
We interviewed him twice, and we're on every national show. We're on every person across the country's mind.
Mm-hmm.
When's the last time UNC football was on every single across the country mind?
I tell you what, how much merch do you think would be sold?
Oh, a cutoff hoodie? A UNC Carolina Blue cutoff hoodie.
If they title Bill Belichick as UNC's next head football coach for Christmas, there's going to be so much UNC stuff just being bought up.
And imagine this, with the transfer portal opens today. Say he doesn't get hired till Wednesday or Thursday. Do you think somebody is going to be like, well, UConn reached out to me first, so I'm going to honor that when Bill Belichick calls?
Right now. Yeah.
Absolutely not. It is a ceiling play more than it is a floor play. And I've said this a ton. There's never been a more important time to be good at football than, I wouldn't even say right now. I would say like starting 3 years from now. 3 to 10 years, that 7-year gap, starting, what are we in? We're about to be in 2025. So 2028 to 2035, I don't know if there's a more important time in college football history that your team is good. And the reason being, that's when many of these media deals are going to come due. That's when realignment and super conferences are going to be discussed heavily. And you want to make sure everybody out there is going, absolutely, we need UNC with us in our group. Or absolutely, we need whatever team here with us in our group. This is the way I describe it. And I want to be clear here because I don't want people that, I'm the new guy, I'm filling in, I'm the substitute teacher. I am not actually that good of a basketball player, okay?
Even though you're super tall.
I am tall, but that helps. It gives me a certain base level.
You're closer.
But I played college football. And the very first time we played pickup as a college football team, I was a true freshman walk-on. Had one of those days where the ball was going through the hoop, okay? I was throwing up shots that I should not be throwing up, and they were going in. And it wildly increased everybody's opinion of me as a basketball player, to the point where for the next, multiple months, I'd walk into the locker room and there'd be arguments and be like, that's it, me and Donnelly 2-on-2 for any amount of money y'all want to play.
Oh, no.
And I'm going like, whoa,
wait,
no. I'm not that good. I'm not that good. No. But or we'd be saying hey, 5-on-5, we're playing against these guys. Donnelly, you're on my team. And I'm just like, whoa, guys, I'll play. I like to play basketball.
Sure.
Not that good. Playing really, really well in college football over the next, again, starting 2028, is the equivalent of me playing really, really well in that one game. You might not be that good of a program, but then when Alabama and Ohio State and Michigan get together, they're like, we're starting our own league. UNC's coming with us. And they're going to be going like, whoa. Actually, yeah, I want to come with you guys.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm that good. I don't know if my program is on that level. I don't know if it's sustainable, but we're good right now. You saw us play that one game where we were really good. So I want to come with you to this, 45-team super league that everybody's going to make $1 billion and everybody's going to be able to sustain what you want to sustain in college football. I think Bill Belichick helps them get there. I think he shows up. I think he recruits like a madman. Obviously, he's going to be a good defensive mind. Obviously, he's going to bring in coaches with experience around him. Obviously, players are going to want to play, transfer portal guys are going to want to play for Bill Belichick and a staff made of mostly NFL coaches because they want to go play in the NFL. It's hidden money, right? Instead of having to pay them NIL money, you can pay them they'll get you ready for NFL money. Right, so maybe your crosstown rival NC State can offer $200,000 to a player. UNC's offering $100,000, but $100,000 of Bill Belichick tutelage that'll turn you into a second-round pick rather than a fourth-round pick.
Exactly.
It's hidden money. Could it explode? Is the game too old? Is he too old for the game? Is he going to be absolutely despising talking to 17-year-olds? Maybe. It could be terrible. But so could hiring the Todd Monken from Army.
Yeah.
So could hiring John Summerall if he didn't want to stay at Tulane.
And even if he only stayed for a year or two, just his presence here for a year or two is significant.
And if he's the coach and then he passes it off to his son, Steve Belichick, then Bill's not going anywhere.
No.
He just probably won't want to recruit. But he'll be he'll be watching film. He'll be around.
Right, with his cutoff sweatshirt.
All of the cutoff sweatshirts.
All of them. And they'll be light blue.
They'll be light blue. They'll be white. They'll have all the colors.
All kinds.
Heather gray.
Yeah.